皆さんこんにちは、Chika desu. Hey guys, it's Chika. Welcome to the Japanagos channel. Today I am going to attempt at my second Japanese lesson for you guys. I know that's what you guys have been waiting for. It's like, Chika, stop eating. You're always eating. All your vlogs are about eating. Teach us some Japanese. I'm sorry, I just like eating. And I've been so used to teaching English on my other channel that like switching over to teaching Japanese has been very difficult for me. But I am going to try to increase Japanese lessons going forth, so please bear with me as I make that adjustment. Today we're going to talk about intensifiers. Words like very, really, seriously in Japanese, they'd be like maji, cho, hontoni. We have a ton of them. The reason why I decided to do this lesson is because I posted a picture of me and a bunch of preschool kids on Facebook the other day. I was doing a preschool teacher job shadow for one of the sponsored gigs I do with Nestle on my other channel, and someone commented, cute as a button. How do you say that in Japanese? And there is no translation or expression quite like that, but we do say me ni irete mo itaku nai. Me is eyes, ni irete mo. We put into our eyes, itaku nai, doesn't hurt. The kids were so darn cute that I could shove them right in my eyes and I wouldn't feel a thing. So we have an expression like that. This isn't a phrase we use all the time. You'll hear it once in a while. Like, I've never actually used the phrase in a conversation, but it is an interesting expression, so there's one for you. But for the most part, in Japanese, when we want to emphasize something, we use intensifiers, as we do in English as well. So we have a lot of them, and they all mean pretty much the same thing, and they're all used in the same way to just be like, oh my gosh, that's so something, or that's very something. But when there's so many words that mean similar things, you're probably wondering like, what really is the difference, and is there a way to use them differently? So today we're going to cover a bunch of these intensifiers, and I'm going to attempt to give you the best translation for each one of them. Okay, first is totemo. Totemo kawaii. You guys might have heard that one. That would be translated as very. Very cute, totemo. And to emphasize that even more, you could put a little tsu in there and say totemo, totemo kawaii. Totemo and totemo are not formal, but they're kind of politer ways of saying it. There are more slangish ones that I'm going to talk about next. So I'll use totemo when I'm talking to someone that I feel like I should be a little bit more proper with, like an acquaintance rather than a friend. Usually when I'm talking keigo, so I'll be like, 保育園の子供たちはとても可愛かったです would be the phrase I use. Next we have sugaku. I would translate this as incredibly. Incredibly something. Incredibly cute. Sugoku kawaii. You might hear the word sugoi a lot. Sugoi! That means like, wow, incredible. Sugoi. And the slang way to say it is suge. Suge. But that's kind of a guyish word. So if you're a guy, you can use suge with among your friends, like suge kawaikatta yo. But girls tend to, if you're a polite, ladylike girl, maybe not use it so much. Okay, and then next is hontoni. Hontoni kawaikatta. This is really. You can use it with your friends, you can use it to an acquaintance. This is something that you can probably use to anyone without having to worry about whether it's appropriate or not. Like, you wouldn't say suge kawaikatta to someone I don't know, your boss or something, right? But you can say hontoni kawaikatta. So hontoni you can use with keigo or not keigo, and it sounds fine. And we use hontoni a lot. You'll hear it all the time, I think. Next we've got maji. I would translate this as seriously. Maji kawaikatta. They were seriously cute. And this actually comes from the word majime. Majime means serious, like not as in you're serious about something, but like you're a serious person. And that majime in Japanese is more like, I know, you're proper, you follow the rules, and you're like an earnest person. You're very serious about work, you're very serious about things. Majime. You don't goof around and stuff. So that's where seriously comes from, majime and maji. So maji means seriously, and this one is kind of slangish. It's kind of not proper. You probably would use it without keigo. You'd be like, maji kawaikatta to your friends. Girls use maji too. I use it, but I try not to because it's kind of like suge. It doesn't sound too ladylike. Any word that has what we call a dakuon, a voice consonant syllable, I guess is what it's called, with the two like quotient mark looking things next to the hiragana. like gagigugego, zajisezo, that sound to it just isn't usually ladylike. So just something to keep in mind. Like suge has the ge, which has the two quotient mark looking things with to the ke, right? Suge. And maji has the tenten to the shi. So maji, suge, those just aren't very ladylike or polite sounding words. Okay, next we have mechakucha. I say this all the time. This is something you want to use between your friends. And the adjusted version of mechakucha is meccha. You'll probably hear me say this a lot in on my videos on my other channel. Meccha kawaii, meccha kawaii. And that I would translate to like crazy cute. Oh my gosh, it's so crazy cute. Mechakucha means like disorganized, everything's everywhere, and things are just out of place and just crazy. It's like chaos. So when you say something is mechakucha kawaii, that just means like crazy cute, or it's so cute that it just like makes you want to like go crazy and you can't control yourself. You can remember it however you want, but we do use this a lot. The next one is tamaranaku kawaii. もう保育園の子供たちはたまらなく可愛かった。The kids at the preschool were unbearably cute. You won't hear this nearly as much as the other ones I've mentioned. You could say something like 暑い日に飲むビールはたまらなく美味しい. That means beer on a hot day is unbearably good. Or if it's like a hot day and you chug down some beer, like, tamarane. Oh, guys would say tamarane. It's kind of like the guyish way of saying it. It's like slangish. And then girls would be like, tamaranai. It gets confusing with all these like feminine-ish ways and masculine ways because it's not like a concrete rule. Like you just kind of have to figure it out as you go along by listening to girls talk and guys talk and kind of figuring out the difference. I will try and explain to you guys as much of as much of that as possible if I can manage to talk. Okay, next we have cho. We use this all the time as well. Cho kawaii. You probably heard that. Cho kawaii. The kanji for cho means to go over. Koeru. Cho kawaii. So it just means that you're going over the standard level of cute. Cho kawaii. And we say that all the time. Like we say something like cho oishii, cho kakkoi, cho kirei. And it's definitely a word you want to use with your friends and not to someone you want to talk politely to. The last one we have is very similar in meaning to cho. It means to pass, and it's sugiru, but it's used in a different way in that all the rest of the ones I talked to you guys about, you put it in front of the word, right? Like sugoi kawaii, totemo kawaii, maji kawaii. But with sugiru, you put it after. So kawaisugiru. It means too cute, basically. It's just like, it's same thing as cho. It has passed the standard level of cuteness. Kawaisugiru. You can use this with a lot of things. I don't really hear it used with like oishi, like oishi sugiru. I mean, you can say it makes perfect sense, but it's more with like kawaisugiru, kirei sugiru, kakkoyo sugiru. You can use it like that. So that's another one that we use quite often. Like with the sentence with the preschool kids, I would say something like 保育園の子供たちは可愛すぎた. Because it's past tense, right? Because I went. So sugita. And if it's present tense, you'd say sugiru. Okay, so a bunch of words for you guys. You probably had heard of them before. Hopefully that kind of cleared things up as to what they really mean and, you know, kind of the difference between the slangish ways to say it and the proper ways to say it. Yeah, so give me feedback on how you thought of this lesson. I do read through all your comments, so I can definitely reflect some of those things in my future lessons, so be sure to leave comments. Alright guys, yeah, I will see you guys again soon. じゃあね、またね。Bye bye!